We live in a country that is very diverse in religion and ethnicity. Due to this, representation matters in everything we do. In schools, it's even more important, especially since America has a history of discrimination and racism. Due to the history, the US has created the 14th Amendment that has not only granted citizenship to anyone born in the US, regardless of their race, gender, or religion, but also stopping any limitations that states would have on them. In fact, during the time of the Jim Crow laws, when there was discrimination in schools, restaurants, bathrooms, and even pools, it was realized that the Jim Crow laws violated this amendment. In order to make sure that discrimination in schools doesn't happen again, offices like the Multicultural and Diversity Office has been installed mainly in colleges. Their job is to make sure ethnicity, culture, gender, race, and more feel equally represented. Here at SUNY Cortland, a predominantly white school, it was important that they have the Multicultural and Diversity Office on campus. It's not only to ensure that people of color and other ethnic backgrounds can be heard on campus, but also to make sure that no professor, clubs, or any person for that matter treat a person differently because of where they're from or how they identify as. They also host events like safe zones or understanding and advocating for racial injustice. According to the SUNY Cortland website, their vision is that it aspires to create a common vision for situating diversity, equity, and inclusion as necessary core values of academic excellence. Through intentional assessment, programming, and training, MLDO fosters a community that is culturally aware and committed to the integration of diversity, equity, and inclusion in academic and co curricular spaces. MLDO understands that an appreciation of diversity and human differences serve as a foundation of graduates who are prepared to thrive and contribute to the global citizenry. MLDO aligns collaborative with the SUNY Cortland strategic plan as well as the mission and vision of the SUNY system Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion by offering compelling evidence through research that the richness of human differences is necessary in achieving academic excellence. MLDO facilitates conversation across the need for every person at SUNY Cortland to hold themselves responsible for diversity, equity, and inclusion, as well as creating a climate where every person feels valued and welcome. This office oversees many multicultural club and organizations like the NAACP. If a bias or racial incident occurred on campus, you can also report it through the office in order to help students who are not only people of color, but for students who are Caucasian, gay, or whatever they may identify with. School is supposed to be a safe zone, and it can be hard for students to feel safe if they are not accepted for who they are. Offices like the Multicultural and Diversity Office can help students as well as the school to be more welcome with each other. And because of this, I believe that offices like the Multicultural Diversity Office should be implemented in every single school, not just for colleges or predominantly white school, even in predominantly black schools or predominantly Latin schools. Any schools in the US should have a office like that just so that every person who may identify with a different ethnicity or a different gender or anything for that matter can feel welcomed. Thank you.